Hi, friends. Let me make sure I've got a couple mics off. Yay! Welcome to Mystery Stamping. I'm Cheryl Wright, and we are ready to do some mystery stamping. Brand new mystery tonight. I hope maybe I stumped a few of you. I don't know. I know there's a few of you that like to figure it out before we start, but maybe this time I stumped you. Anyway, Anna and Nancy are ready. And I am too. Yay! Sorry for the late clue today. I had to go to a family funeral this morning, and I didn't know if I was going to make it back, so I had a plan B. It was going to be a replay, and I had a plan A, which was this. So I'm so thrilled that I get to be with you tonight. So let's get started. Stampin' Up started a whole new bunch of things today. So I'm going to go ahead and share those with you first, and then we're going to do some mystery stamping. So, and I have a couple things, not Stampin' Up. I have a couple things. One thing. All right, let's go ahead and add my other camera. And some of you, if you are on my email list, they got first crack at things. First crack. They get notified first on things. So they did on this too. All right, I'm moving the big instead of the little, which is kind of silly because I am moving it the wrong direction. Hi, Crystal. Iowa. We got the Midwest representing again tonight. You guys are awesome. Okay, it seems to be a little delay on my hand camera, which is weird, but we're going to go with it. That's on my end. For you guys, it's probably just fine. Okay. As you can see, Shop Last Chance Products is the first paper that I have up. And the Last Chance products have been refreshed. Some of the products have been added, are at a discounted price. Some of them are just warning you that they're going away. Sometimes there's a bundle, and the bundle has stayed the same price, but both of the products in the bundle have reduced in price. So be sure to check which way it is best for you to get the best price. So that's bugging me that my hands are delayed. So I talk with my hands and they're not keeping up. All right, so shopping, great discounts. Speaking of discounts, Stampin' Up has announced a select designer series paper and cardstock sale. That means that some of the designer series paper and some of the cardstock are on sale. Now, I didn't go through and look to see which ones were on sale and which ones weren't, but there's a lot of them. Now, there aren't any, if you're a demonstrator, none of the papers that are coming soon to our customers are on sale, but almost all the others are. So if you liked designer series paper from, I don't know if the Pooh Bear one is. Pooh Bear one might not be on sale, but maybe there isn't any from here. But if you liked the designer series papers from this Stampin' Up catalog, see, and I even have more back here. If you liked designer series papers from here, many of these are on sale for 15% off. So if you do 15% off for the paper and your 10% Stampin' Rewards, that's like 25% off, whatever the price it says it is. And Nancy is correct. A lot of the two-tone cardstock is discounted, and a lot of the 8.5 by 11 regular cardstock is discounted. And so it is a sale. Like I said, I had to wait for my hands to catch up. All right. Now, if you get all those sale items and it comes to $75, you can get the new product of the month, which is this gorgeous autumn paper. I already ordered mine. You get this gorgeous autumn paper for only $5. So there's also this is the last few days to get in on the Kindred Greetings paper pumpkin. And if you're a new subscriber, 25% off. And here is our mystery stamping clue, but I have one more thing to share with you. My mystery craft box that I did last spring. I didn't get one done this summer because I was in wedding mode. The tutorials are now available for purchase. So you can go to craftwithcheryl.com and you can get the tutorials for these projects, and I will move them up and I'll show them to you a little closer. So yes, these are all the tutorials you get for making all the cards that were a part of my mystery craft box. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Okay. There we have it. This is one of my favorites. It's a shadow box. And so you can kind of see the little dogs inside. Yep. And then this one. This was a fun box, Nancy, wasn't it? I had so much fun with this one. I loved the little critters. And this one, the feature is that the little kickstand will help it stay up even though it's got a smaller front. So, and to complete the little preview, I don't have the tutorial for this, but just so you know, the playful packaging that I used for this is on the clearance, on the last chance lot. So that is my little preview. You can get the tutorials for those at craftwithcheryl.com. And let's get started with mystery stamping. Number 125. I know I tell you this all the time, but I amaze myself that I keep finding these. I didn't know what I was looking for when I started this, and now I look at it and go, oh, I could do that for mystery stamping. So I found this one. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This one is one that I found a while ago using, I don't remember which paper it is. I think it's the one, the fuzzy one that's on back order. And it's Stampin' Bay. And I think that's what it is. So let's go through the pieces and parts and we will get started. Cardstock 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. I am using Golden Glow tonight. Cardstock 4 by 2 3/4. White or vanilla 5 1/4 by 2. DSP. Hi, Glenda. DSP 3 3/4 by 2.5. DSP 5 1/4 by 2, and a die for your sentiment, and sentiment stamps, or stamps that have sentiments, and an embossing folder, and an embossing machine. So if you don't have an embossing machine, you're going to have to figure out how to do this differently. And you need a trimmer and your inks, adhesive, bling, ribbon, etc. And it is going to be in landscape orientation. So I hope some of you went, ooh, ah. Let me show you this designer series paper. This is a sneak peek. If you are not a demonstrator, you get to order this in September. I had to remember what month we were in. I am in love with the sunflowers. So gorgeous. And can I tell you, this is one of the products for Stampin' Cross Country. Hi, Lisa. I'm freezing on you. Well, let me do a couple things. Let me turn off. My Bluetooth is off. Alexa, turn off the frame. And my daughter's home again, so let me put my watch on airplane mode. Let's see what else. See if that helps. Let me know. Hi, Karen. All right, so this is the gorgeous paper that goes with this new bundle called Radiant Sunflowers. And I am in love, big love. I adore sunflowers. And the fact that Stampin' Up! Already has an embossing folder with sunflowers, I couldn't resist. I couldn't. Hi, Karen. Y'all are just rolling in tonight. Good job. Thank you for joining me, joining us. All right, so here are the stamps and, the stamps and the dies for the Radiant Sunflowers. This is what I'm using tonight. A little bit of a sneak peek. And again, this is one of the sets we're using for Stampin' Cross Country, which registration will be opening this month. August is a big month. The end of August is my birthday. Yay! I don't know if we're going to celebrate it or anything here, but let's go ahead and get started. I've chattered on long enough. Ooh. All right, so 4 1/4 by 11, score at 5 1/2. So we did that, and I'm going to go ahead and crease it. And this is where we're going to use our trimmer. The video keeps cutting out. Oh, Anna. Oh, Nancy, you know me so well. I told him if this wasn't for Stampin' Cross Country, that it was going to be a mystery craft box. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do for my video. Like I said, the hand video is lagging behind on me tonight. I could go out and come back in. Let me try that. Since I think it's this video that's being the weirdo, let me reconnect. All right, hold on. Talk amongst yourselves, because I know you can. You're very good at it. All right. I'm still here. Just because we lost that one doesn't mean that I'm gone. I'm going to turn that off too. Sometimes my cellular gets in the road. It's okay. Well, I got a new internet provider, and it's much better than it used to be. Well, it's not delayed, so that's a plus on my end. It's hard to say something and then watch your hands catch up 3 minutes later. All right, let me know if this is better. And if it's not, it feels like it's better to me because everything is jiving now. Yay! We like jiving. All right. Creasing the card base is not the most important part. We need everybody on for this one. Ouch. All right. So we are going to take this and our paper trimmer, and we're going to measure. Let me see here. I want to do 2 1/8, because it's 4 1/4, right? Up 2 1/8. So we're going to go 2 1/8, and we're going to trim to the score line. 2 1/8, trim to the score line. Pick up your paper, turn it, and line it up with your score line and trim to the cut line. I probably should have done that earlier because it always chews through that. So, and if your card base is backwards, you just flip it around, unless that gives you the heebie-jeebies. So this is what it should look like, your card base. All right. Hi, Shirley. It seems to be working better on my end. My hands are not behind me. They're right with me. Okay. So, you know me, I don't like these weird little lips, these little ridges. So I'm going to push down my ridges. There we go. Now that we have this as our card base, we are going to emboss this piece. All right, so set your card base aside and get out your embossing folder. Now my embossing folder is really big compared to my piece of paper. So I'm going to strategically place it somewhere where I think it's going to be the best, because I want some sunflowery looking parts. All right, so this is a 3D, so I might spritz my paper just gently. Excuse me, I put my water away right before we started. So I'm just going to spritz it lightly with a little bit of water, because this is a pretty deep embossing folder. Then I'm going to add it to the embossing folder. That looks pretty good. Well, maybe I'll go this way a little bit more. And grab my machine. I stored it sideways last time. All right, for this embossing folder, since it's the 3D, I need the gray plate. And I tidied up my scrap paper. My dream is just to come down here and work one day. But every time that happens, something else comes up. All right, I got the gray one. Here we go. Oh, I'm so glad my internet's cooperating. I'm so glad y'all showed up. All right. So we can put the embossing folder, we can put the machine away. Where are my other parts? My plates don't bow very much, and I think it's because I store them in my machine. I don't know. You see how much I use my machine. And I know my dirty plates bother some people, but it works. It works for me. All right, I got a little water down here. Let me grab my wad of paper towels that just happen to be down. And let's look at how gorgeous this is. Oh, I love this embossing folder. I'm so thrilled they kept this around as long as they have and actually added new products to it. Now, with your embossing folder, you can add more to it if you want. My mind's thinking I should take a dauber and make these a little darker, but we're going to let it go for right this second. All right. And since I did use water, I'm going to let this air dry for a minute before I put it back away. All right. Yes, Glenda, my birthday is August 31st. The last day. I was almost a September baby. Almost. All right, let's get our pieces back out. This is going to go right over the top of that piece that we left. When I first saw this, I went, how did they do that? And I thought, they cut half of it off. And then, so that is where that is going in. I am going to go ahead and use some tear and tape today, just because it's got all these beautiful ridges. I did a class using this embossing folder last year, and honestly, I could do another one. I've seen so many different things. Let's see, August 31st is a Monday. So we won't get to party together. All right, I am going to put a little over here just because it is on an edge. All right, and probably on this side too. All right, I know I probably could have squirted glue faster, but this is fine. I wanted something strong. And I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool to take off the layers. This is going to be such a stinking cute card. I'm ready for fall. Yesterday we had 75 degrees. Actually, was it yesterday? Yesterday we had 50 degrees for a while. My husband ran around with a coat. He was so happy. We had a little rain the day before. My son has hay down and he was not happy about that, but the rest of us enjoyed the temperature. We're supposed to get back into the 90s by the weekend, but hopefully the hundreds are over. Lisa likes the embossing folder as well. So I like the fact that this is going to be down in my corner. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open it up so I can actually see where it's going and just line it up in that space that you have left. If your cutting wasn't as wonderful as you thought, you can always go back in and trim it, right? So there we have that piece of our card. I'm guessing the video is working better because my hands are right on like they usually are as opposed to lagging. So that is wonderful. All right. So we're going to set this. Actually, we're not going to set it anywhere. So now we have this larger piece of designer series paper. It's going to go right back here. I need to decide which way I want it to go. Oh, that looks upside down. This looks better. All right. So we're going to add that. Oh, I might have to make a bunch of these cards. I love this. I kind of wishing I'd have waited and used this one for Stampin' Cross Country. Oh, silly me. Oh, well, this will be one of my embossing folder. Why? Because they had wonderful paper and fun dies. Okay, this piece is going to go on the front here. Yes, I'm buffering again. Oh, ladies, I don't know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, hopefully it's okay. We might be changing internet providers again. Right now we have Starlink because, you know, I'm in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And what we had before wasn't good at all. I could get my videos done, but I couldn't even use the good settings. But now when it works well. Ooh, thank you for my heart. All right, so now this is going to get glued on here. You get to decide at what level, how much of your embossing you want to cover. And I think this time I'm not going to, I have my daubers out. I think I'm not going to do anything with those. Or what do you think? Do I add some brown in here or do I leave it? If you are close to your keyboard and not just watching, let me know if I should add some brown, some early espresso centers. All right. This is from the embossing, the Radiant Sunflower dies. It looks like the Stylish Shapes, but it's a little longer and a little narrower. So it's similar, but, and it looks like no brown, leave it. No brown. All right. And I have Hello Friend. This is the one I'm going to use. I love this butterfly. We might use the butterfly also. And I haven't added mine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of scratch paper because if I don't use scratch paper, it looks icky. Yep, see, icky. I got lucky. I'm glad I used scratch paper. Sometimes it just has film on it. Oh, that's so much better. See the difference if you just, so this is what it was. See the little white holes in there? And then if you just rub it off once, that's how much better it gets. It just has a film from processing and being manufactured. All All right. I think we might get that little butterfly out. All right. I did not get the gems. I got the gems, but I didn't get them out that came with this. So do we dare add the little butterfly? I think we are going. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to add him right there. Oh, I think that's going to look fantastic. Okay, I just had a little chuckle because I've had my grandkids several times lately. And my granddaughter is 4. And yesterday we were watching Fancy Nancy, which I was a teacher when Fancy Nancy books came out. So the fact that they have a cartoon around a book character that I used to love, my granddaughter and I watch it. And so she would say, fantastic. Fancy Nancy would instead of fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it. All right. So this has to go there. I'm going to run some tear and tape down here. If I stop talking and actually remember to do that step. All right. I need to make sure I'm going the right direction. No, I think this way. This paper is non-directional, but it kind of, it looks like it's got direction a couple different ways. So just make sure you get it on the bottom half of your paper, or the bottom part. And I'm going to add this. I'm going to add it right. I don't know if that I want it to cover up all. I'm going to go right in the middle because I love both the sunflowers, DSP, and the sunflower embossing folder. So you get a little bit of everything. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh! And then this goes here or wherever you want it. It can go. I think I'm just going to go right in the middle. It kind of looks like a nice little tower. I am going to use some dimensionals. And I don't think I need to start a new sheet, but that's what I'm seeing. So I guess I'm going to start a new sheet. Hi, Sue. South Australia. So what would be considered South Australia? Like Perth or I've been to Melbourne and Sydney and some of the spaces in between. A gal that I worked with or worked for, her sister lived in Perth. All right. In the middle of, okay. Beautiful card. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Now, depending on what size sentiment you chose, you could make some other pieces and parts and add it there, but I don't think I'm going to. So the only piece that we have left is this piece, and this is for more sentiment. I have Hello Friend, and then the one that I'm choosing to go with it is Wishing You So Much Happiness, because I can do that for a birthday, an anniversary, or a regular old Tuesday. So I still haven't got the L. Oh, we were using that for the begonia, I think. No, was it? Yeah, lighter and darker. That's what I marked them for. Oh, silly me. I think pecan pie would have worked well with this too, but it suggested on the back of the paper pack early espresso. So that's why I grabbed early espresso. just going to rub it a little bit. You can use your chamois. You can use whatever. I usually just grab scrap paper and I can test it and rub it off at the same time. So I'm going to go high on this, kind of get it centered. And if you're still glitching, I am so sorry. Hi, Melinda. Oh, Perth is Western. Okay, well. Apparently I need to go back to Australia and travel more of it. That's my solution. I just need to go back and do that. So do I have any little ones on here? That does not look like a sunflower. I'm looking at this one. That does not look like a sunflower. But that one does. That one's big though. I was going to put more inside, but I'm not going to, because the inside of my card is also going to have that beautiful DSP. So then we add this to the inside of our card, and then we can add some bling. And I'm going to let the DSP and the embossing folder do the work of the extra loveliness. Now, I don't know if I have any ribbon. I don't know if I have any ribbon that would work for this. Oh, let me see. There was some ribbon that was a part of this kit, but I don't know if I want to introduce gingham into that. Mossy Meadow gingham. I thought I had some Golden Glow. Basic beige. I have basic beige. I have so many different things here. I don't know what I have. Time for a craft room clean out. Oh, you're welcome, Connie. It was a fun card to make. And I thought, oh, I've been so unprepared lately. I owed you guys a good one. Not that the other ones weren't good. It's just, yeah. Oh, I'm glad that the internet's better now, Karen. Thanks. No ribbon. Well, let me show you what the card that I saw had. It just had a little bow. I might just get some bling out. There's several bling that are on the last chance sale also, if you're interested in some bling. So I don't know if I like this color, but anyway, that's kind of what the Stampin' Bay people did for their end of their card, but it was made with different products. So, all right, now that I opened that, you know this trick, get these scrunchies, and they work fantastic for keeping your ribbon on the rolls, and they're not very expensive. There's that. I've given you that trick before. All right, let's see what we have. I could add some bling. These are pretty. These are on the last chance, I noticed. And these are on the last chance, I noticed. Ooh, those might be good. And, oh, there's that Golden Glow. We might use that. Oh, and then we have butterflies because we have a butterfly there. Maybe I should use some of those Golden Glow butterflies. All the things. I think these are on the last chance list. And of course, the last chance list stuff is available while supplies last. So I think I'm leaning towards the butterflies just because we have the butterfly there. Maybe we'll put a couple Golden Glow butterflies out in the area. And oh, I'm so glad, Lynn. That ribbon tip is a good one. Yep. Hi, Lisa. How's work? Lisa's out keeping the rest of us safe. She works dispatch. Helping our local people keep them safe. Let's see here. Ooh, I like that on there. And I'll do one more. These don't really pop, but that's okay. I just want them to add a little bit of, maybe I should put one. Nope, I don't want to put it there. I'm going to put it right there. So there is my card, everyone. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I'm in love with it. Yeah, I am just in love with it. So, and then it opens this way. So I am wishing you so much happiness. And I'm so thankful that you showed up tonight, and tell your friends to come next time. We're here almost every Tuesday, and Thursday night I'll be back with a class, and it will be, I haven't decided what it is. I've got a couple different ideas, but it will be a class. Don't forget, you can get the tutorials for these fun cards at craftwithcheryl.com. If you have any questions or want to know anything, all my contact information is at craftwithcheryl.com, and all my current offers are at craftwithcheryl.com. And I don't know what else to tell you. The last chance sale. Oh, I know what I need to do. The last chance sale is now current, and the paper sale is now current. And for those of you who like to take a screenshot of the clue with the card, there you have it. Thank you for hanging with me tonight. So glitchy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. Living in the middle of nowhere, my internet it's usually good, but tonight it was just kind of neat for a while. Connie, you said what color? What are you talking about? This color? Good night, Anna. This color is Golden Glow, if that's what you're talking about. Night, Lisa. All right. And if I missed a color. Good night, Karen. Yes. Okay. Golden Glow. It's one of the new in colors this year. So thank you for joining me. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.